Get marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Webshow.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:20 on a Wednesday night in February. You're in the Cipher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best buds. But actually, not as always, actually in the Cipher, JB Perez.
Right. Yeah, what's up? What's up? It's JB Perez. I'm actually this time in the Cipher. So good to be back. It's going to be such a great show, y'all. Let's do it.
And always know, make us see money.
Hey everybody, it's Making C Money, joining you virtually in the Cipher with my best buds, Frank the Tank and JB Perez and K-Strat, our producer extraordinaire. What's up, boys? I'm a little jelly. I got
Salty. He's salty. It's okay. We miss you, buddy.
See money couldn't make it to the Cipher. It's all good. K-Strat.
What's happening? Thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a real pleasure being here with the Podheads, and I'm only about trying to make this better for you guys. So stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff in for you guys. So keep watching, share, like, subscribe, tell your dogs, friends, cats, whatever.
All the animals.
So and always remember, keep your tacos safe.
Safe.
All righty,
tacos.
Yes, sir. Guys, as you know, we're the Podheads Webshow, and you're in the Cipher. It's going to be an awesome one. We're going to talk Colorado 5 years after legalization. The motherland, right? Which where we're going to be in April, by the way. So stay tuned, stay stoned. C Money's going to give us the key to longevity. He's found the fountain of youth, and he's gracious enough to share it with us here on the podcast.
I mean, look at that strapping young man.
Hey, look at that guy. He's 60 years old.
You didn't know? Benjamin Button was writing about him.
And, of course, we're going to talk 21 Savage and Tekashi 69 and all the drama that's going on in their lives legally right now. It's going to be an awesome show, guys. Stay tuned. Watch the next coming Pioneers in Pot. We'll be right back. You're in the Cipher with the Podheads.
Yeah.
The Podheads Webshow presents Pioneers in Pot.
Welcome back, folks. You're in the Cipher with the Podheads. Like we just said, Commander-in-Chief Frank the Tank, at Podhead Frank on all social media. We got at Podheads JB, at Making C Money, and at K-Strat. Follow us all on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, especially here on YouTube. Subscribe, like, hit that like button, share with your friends. Show us some love. We'll show it right back. But anyway, before we get things started, we have a tradition. So shall we do this as we always do?
Damn. See money. I'm in the Cipher again, so this is even a better. Yeah, we actually get to share our product. What do you got over there, C Money? The pickle.
It's funny because I'm the one trying to do the whole pen thing, pushing the pen movement. But I have a extended family member who has their medical card here in this state, and they were nice enough to give me a little taste of what they have. It's amazing, man. It's amazing how different it is when you're in a state that doesn't do it and a state that does. I mean, he described the experience to me. He's like, bro, I walk in, I tell them how I feel, what I want, what's on my card, this and that.
Lemon squeeze.
And it's awesome, dude. He gets up to 2 ounces a month. That's his limit. I'm like, you're an asshole if you're smoking more.
That's true. That's a lot for an individual.
So I'm going old school with some bud. I got Pickle Rick. If you haven't watched Rick and Morty yet, you're a failed stoner. You need to get on that. And I'm borrowing this, seeing my friend Freaky Clown. So I got some Pickled Rick, and the strand is called, if you bear with me 1 second, it is actually called Fuck Me. It might as, hold on.
Damn, that must be so good.
That's not it.
Fuck me, straight. I've heard.
That doesn't sound too good.
It sounds delicious.
That sounds like
So blunt pass off screen. I love it.
Whoa.
Well, while you're looking that up, we're smoking
Yeah.
a nice little fatty rolled here by the fucking producer.
Yeah, I mean, he's a jack of all trades, so thank you, sir, very
So
much.
yes, sir. We appreciate the love, sir.
Oh, and it's being rolled with a nice juicy grape flavor, and it's from Toasted Juicy Wraps. So
Beautiful. Shout out to
it's,
them. Put one in the air for them.
Really, really good flavor. It's all hemp, no tobacco, good stuff. Bird slow.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of a fan of those CBD wraps because you don't have to smoke tobacco. The problem is that they're fucking like
terrible to roll.
You know, tissue thin, and
the
they're
worst.
oversized.
And that doesn't.
And tobacco fucks you up more.
Yeah,
So.
it does.
And sorry for that pause. This is called Tangelo. It's a super sativa, so it's two sativas smashed into each other.
Oh my god.
Crazy. Crazy.
See, money's gonna be bouncing off the walls here in a second, ladies and gentlemen. But what's everybody been up to since our last session? Guys, let's apologize first and foremost. We haven't put an episode out in quite some time. You know, this is an uphill battle. We're still trying to figure out the best way to present this thing to you, but we finally got a schedule out. So look forward, as of today, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. You can count on us. We're going to be there. Also, look for other content. As you know, JB and I got the drug screening. Hashtag the drug screening. That's out now. Check it out. We just talked about The Masked Singer. Fucking hilarious.
YouTube, subscribe. The Podheads Network, we're everywhere, guys. Like I said, we're trying to get the tentacles out. Thank you, by the way, Frank the Tank. Let me go first, because I'm here, guys. I'm in the cipher once again. Very nostalgic feeling. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why. It feels weird. Like, it feels exciting to be here and actually recording in the cipher with the crew. Yeah, I'm here in Florida. We got GCW coming up this week. Another event, GCW, that we're going to be there.
Shout out to GCW.
Big shout out to them. We can't wait to be there and have a good time with them. We're going to comment. And so if you haven't got your tickets yet, where's my camera at? If you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure you get them in Tampa.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that. But before that, what I wanted to talk about is that I went to Denver in Colorado for a work trip.
Yeah.
But did we mention it? We haven't mentioned it. By the way, the Podheads will be in Colorado for 420.
Guys,
fireworks, bro. That's big for us. We're going back to the motherland. Yes, so make sure you're ready for that because we're gonna be there. But I went to Denver, Colorado on a work trip, and I just want to talk about the beauty that is Colorado. I mean, there's just something about the mountains. Like if you live in a city or in a flat plains like Florida, where you only see hills just this big, you know, you kind of lose the nature feel. So when you go out to the mountains and the plains and the snow caps and the trees, like you feel a little connected, a little hippie feeling. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I really got
connected
that
with nature, right?
I did. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I also was dehydrated as hell. It's the altitude. If you don't drink naturally water, you're gonna feel it 5 times over there, and you get headaches, and you just keep, and it's insatiable. The thirst is insatiable. I went to a restaurant. I had a picture to myself. Keep it coming, bartender. Keep it coming. So yeah, if you're in the altitude, make sure you drink water. Yeah. And that's what the fuck I've been up to, guys.
Nice. Oh, I've been up to a lot behind the scenes, guys. I've been shout out first and foremost to the Bagels and Shade podcast. Bagels and
Big
Shade.
ups.
Fucking V on that show. She's killing it. You know, she's really been kind of schooling me a little bit about the business and the industry and helping me help us get our vision out there. So definitely put one in the air for the Bagels and Shade podcast. If you follow us, you should definitely follow them. They're definitely doing their thing. Awesome shit. But yeah, besides that, Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right.
I know
How could
everybody.
we forget?
Yeah, I know everybody's up to something.
Already did.
Everybody's up to something, but what's going on for Valentine's Day? Do we have any good some date night plans? Anything? Can somebody? What you got? K-Strap?
Absolutely, man.
I have a little thing going on tomorrow.
A threesome?
Finally get to go out. My girl has her little daughter. You know, I'm gonna be, I guess, a stepdad.
Oh shit! Okay.
Shoes, you know, so it's gonna be our first little, like, you know, Valentine's Day. I don't know. Somebody's
like, fuck that. I'm out.
How old are you?
30. I'm hitting 30. Like
Really?
this
You're
Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday I'll be.
Wow, dude! I thought you were like 24.
Bro, I know.
All right, 30,
Mahogany,
yeah. All
You
right.
know, you start getting that, like, feeling like, oh shit, like, if not now, when, you know, type of
Yeah.
thing. So, but yeah, no, so we're gonna go head out. We're also celebrating my birthday type thing. So,
Happy birthday, my brother.
She'll be paying for half of the date, and I'll be paying for the other half of the date.
Yeah.
So she's got a surprise for me, and then I got a surprise for her. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get her little girl like a huge
Yeah,
ass
surprise for
bear.
her. Is it a dick in a box?
No, there's
got a
definitely gonna be a
dick
dick
in
in
a
a box.
I'm just saying, get your nice heart, nice little fucking, and just put your cock.
It could lead to
It's-
some good things.
Look,
Yeah.
just to say the least, like, there's no packaging needed. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, if it's there, fuck it. You know, it's like, if it's
That's
Put
what I
some nice
say.
tissue paper in there
Yeah, just
around
see
it.
what
Fucking
fucking
talking
And
about.
this is what
Against the bowl.
Valentine's Day is
Packing
to us,
peanuts?
guys.
What are you talking about? Wrapping the shit in tissue paper?
See, Mike,
Maybe.
have you heard of Galentine's Day? Apparently, women, it's not enough to have Me Too. It's not enough to be the stars of every fucking blockbuster coming out this year. You got Wonder Woman. Now they want a special. Let me stop. I'm sounding misogynistic. Okay.
No, please,
I just think it's
continue.
unfair because and Galentine's Day. Are you kidding me?
What is that?
Apparently, it's like the day before Valentine's Day, where all the single chicks get together and go out to dinner and have drinks.
Oh, the gal night.
And basically shit talk men.
How fucking pathetic.
like a feminist. Is that like a feminist
You have
thing?
to be. No, actually,
Yeah.
no. Let me rephrase it. How fucking bitter do you have to be to the world that you have to have your own day to celebrate not getting dick? That's ridiculous. Wow, dude. Why does everyone need a spotlight? I don't get that.
Guys, let's move forward. We got to get the news out. My favorite news, as always. We're going to do this a little bit different because we got the man himself in studio.
That's right.
And until we get a green screen, then we can put fucking pictures of the United States and weather and shit on that shit.
I need a nice suit.
Yeah, we do need to get you a
Yeah.
nice suit, get you bespoken. Anyway, guys, it's the Week in Weed, live and in person. The Week in
All
Weed.
right, here in the cipher. So yeah, just like Frank the Tank said, this Week in Week's a little different because I'm in the cipher and I'm not quite ready. All my notes are at my laptop at home, so we're gonna do this on the fly. But the Week in Weed is still the place where you get the news you need to know for all things cannabis here in America and the worldwide. Okay, so the first headline is gonna come out of the government. We know that cannabis is now being legalized in many states, and again, we hopefully in 2019 it'll be legalized federal. But one of the big hurdles for medical marijuana and recreational is funding, is banking. The banks are afraid. The banks still recognize marijuana as a class 1. You deal in that, you're dealing in narco fucking trafficking. Okay, so they're scared in that respect. Well, again, I said the Democrats are in charge, and they see this. They see the tea leaves. They say, we got to do something about it. Just today, Congress held a hearing to talk about this very same subject, funding for the cannabis industry. I mean, the cannabis industry right now is dealing cash money. That's not good for the government. They're not getting their cut, and illegal shit that can be illegal. It happens in cash. If you guys understand what I'm saying.
That's a huge, that the world as we, maybe that's a little bold. The country as we know it would change. I mean,
Everybody's getting rich. Everybody's getting rich. Okay, why not them? It's basically what they're saying.
If you needed any other reason that your government is corrupt, it's the fact that cannabis, curing cancer and all that, that's not enough. But as soon as they say, wait, we could have made how much money, then they go, well, maybe we should think about fucked.
Yeah. All right, so let's keep it moving, guys. The second Week in Weed is actually going to come out of Florida, guys. I'm back in the cipher. I had to find some news coming out of Florida, and actually this time it's good. Okay? If you follow politics in Florida, you know that you got a new governor. Okay? What's that? We got some fucking...
That's our ghost.
Oh, yeah. His name is Billy. In Florida, long story short, they're about to pass a bill where it's going to revisit medical marijuana and the smoking ban, okay? Medical marijuana was passed legal here in Florida with the caveat that you can't smoke it, though, okay?
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But now the old regime is gone. You have a new governor who's very pro-cannabis, pretty much letting the Florida government know that, here, you're going to have to pass a bill. And if you don't pass a bill, I'm going to go ahead and do what I use my powers to get this passed. Okay, so the news is basically Florida is getting on the train. They're moving in the Congress to actually pass bills to change the medical marijuana laws, and that's also a great thing.
Absolutely, because that's bullshit. You know that was just the pharmaceutical big pharma, what you call it, whatever you want to call them. You know that was just basically their way to control and keep profits. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you want fucking cannabis, that's fine, but you're still gonna have to do it through us.
Yeah. So a big shout out to Ron. What's your new government?
Burgundy?
No, not Burgundy. Ron Burgundy. Close. Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, but shout out to Ron Burgundy too, though.
Shout out to all the Rons out there for loving the cannabis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Perfect. All right, guys. And last week, I'm gonna end this kind of on a very funny note. Not very weed related. Well, it is weed related, and you'll see why. A man in Houston admits that he broke into an abandoned home to smoke weed, not to only find a damn tiger fucking chained up in his house. What? That's crazy.
In an abandoned home?
An abandoned home. This guy thought he was tripping fucking balls. Wouldn't you? I would fucking. He breaks into this house. That movie Hangover. Remember Hangover? Same exact shit, right? Same exact shit. He breaks. It's happened in Houston. Okay. Man breaks into this house, admits that I went in there to smoke weed. Okay. Finds this tiger, decides he's hallucinating, and decides to call the fucking cops.
Wow.
And yeah.
Live in Texas?
In Houston, Texas. So, we don't know the story. Nobody knows how this chained up tiger was in this abandoned ass house, but that's
tigers don't live in fucking.
No, that is I can only imagine some drug dealer who was just showing off, bought a tiger, and got caught up and left that dude there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It had to be some kind of drug dealer who was like, all right, I'm gonna drop this motherfucker here until I find a place to put him. And just maybe got killed. Maybe the guy just got fucking blown away in a shootout. Now this poor tiger's been chained up.
Or the tiger ate his ass and
maybe
then got
an underground tiger fighting ring going on, and maybe like cockfighting on stuff. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm just saying. We don't do cockfights. We do tiger fights.
Tiger fights. That's crazy. Well, there you go, guys. Not necessarily weed related, but yeah. I mean, the guy was tripping.
Awesome. Yeah.
You're not gonna hallucinate smoking weed and think you're seeing a tiger, especially when he's legitimately growling in your face. And that's the week in weed, y'all. Thank you. Again, it's kind of on the run. I'm here in the cipher. But I will always bring you the news. Always count on me.
Kudos.
Yeah.
All right, good shit. Well, let's get the whole crew in here, man. I want to talk some more news for you guys. I want to talk to AAF, especially because Central Florida fucking finally has a football team. And you know what? I don't give a shit. You can call it real or not. AAF, they're doing their thing. And the Orlando Apollos are doing their thing as well. Put one in the air for Orlando Apollo. Okay, Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, boy.
Because they did their thing this last week. 40-6 over Atlanta.
Ass whooping.
And they made an ESPN highlight. I mean, a national highlight where they pulled a fucking Philly special and scored on it. So, same move used in the Super Bowl. These guys are legit. From what I understand, multiple players are former NFL players or guys who really never got their shot.
The AAF is basically like, this is your gateway back into the NFL
I don't know if it's
NFL.
meant to be that, but I think that's what it's being
I think it is meant. They're selling it as this is the minor leagues to the NFL.
Is that what they're selling it as the minors?
I've heard those words. And they have 8 teams, and Orlando's definitely one, and they whooped that ass back.
It's like JV team.
They did. Jameis Winston was at the game. He was in the locker room hanging out with some of the players, as well as a couple other players because there were some FSU alumni on the team now.
It has a lot of support,
I mean, you got to think about it, bro. 52 players. That sounds like a lot, but 52 players on a team.
And there's what?
And you're talking about the best in the world.
1,500, not even.
Thousands of players are eligible to be drafted every year coming out of college. So I think it is. I think it does give a chance to give some of these guys who haven't had an opportunity to showcase their talent.
Now they're still getting paid, I imagine, too.
Yeah, I mean, probably not millions of dollars, you know.
I doubt it.
But, you know, something to make a living wage. And again, I didn't watch any of the games. We've talked about AAF before on this show.
Yeah.
So we're always hip, man. We know shit before anybody does.
Yeah, baby.
But you know, it got a lot of praise on all this sports talk shows that I heard. You got a monster play, Philly special, a monster hit that took a quarterback's helmet off. Like there was a huge hit. I don't know if everybody's seen out there. But anyway, it's getting a lot of praise. I think the gambling is kind of people love gambling. People love daily fantasy. Sure. The AAF is very hip to that, and they know that's revenue.
What season? What part of the season?
It's happening right now, my friend.
It just happened right now.
It just started.
Starting the season.
First week,
right?
yeah.
Happened last
Orlando
week.
is
Won.
undefeated. They
So
go
it's
up
the second
against
week right now.
San Antonio next week. Actually, this week. Matter of fact, by the time you see this, it'll probably have
over.
been done. Right. But there's going to be some good opportunities to catch some awesome plays. I mean, shit, what else are you doing?
If you like football, I mean, who doesn't like? If you like football, right, and you miss the NFL, I do. Patriots, baby. Woo! Yeah. But if you like football, apparently you're gonna like the AAF. They have known players, and again, talent that is trying to make it to the NFL. So you're gonna get hard play every play. You understand?
Talked about. You know what you wanted to mention? I don't mean to cut you off, but you talked about the NFL and the Patriots, the Super Bowl. Taking it back to weed or to the cannabis community, the CBD commercial. You were pissed off. You called me.
Yes.
I thought you were going to be happy when I talked to you after the Super Bowl. You were pissed off about something else.
Absolutely. No, I was very happy about the Patriots. Let me not. But I already knew that was going to happen. But what I was really pissed about, okay, the commercials. Everybody watches the Super Bowl for the commercials. One, the commercials sucked this year. Okay, they suck. They didn't have the last gusto that they had in years before, the funny and stuff. But what really pissed me off is the commercials that didn't make it. Okay, long story short, there was a company or a group of people who decided to put a medical marijuana CBD commercial together, pretty much showing the world the benefits of CBD. We had a child with epilepsy who would have seizures. A veteran with PTSD, older people with pain, arthritis, things of that nature. Basically, all the known benefits of CBD, this commercial portrayed. And I mean, you could see that, you can see with your eyes, and the stories that you hear, the positive effects of CBD. And CBS decided not to air it. They didn't take the money, the millions of dollars that they would have got paid for it, and they turned it down for what? An image thing? You know, I haven't heard anything from them, okay? But they turned it down for whatever reason, maybe money, but they didn't show what what really needed to be told is these stories, are the visual of CBD helping people. The stigma's still out there, y'all. I mean, it's not a secret. People still think that we're stoners and marijuana is evil, the devil's fucking letters. Yeah. They don't know. They don't see. They're ignorant. People are trying to show, see it, look, hear, and other people are shutting them down for what reason? That's why the fuck I was pissed. And I really was pissed, man, because CBD is a real medicine, man. It really is.
What do you think, C-Money?
I put CBD in my coffee. I have been putting it in my coffee every day for about 30 days now. And I noticed little things like better sleep patterns, things like that. I'm not saying it's the all cure-all, but it's amazing, right? It goes to show you that companies like CBS. Does Disney own CBS? I don't know. I don't think
they're their own. They're their
own thing.
They're their own old mentality.
It goes to show you that the major investors or whatever the shareholders are
old money.
You know, the anti-cannabis people. You know, it's had a stigma since the 50s, and if you think about it, look how long it took to reverse prohibition of alcohol. It took what, decades to reverse everything. And now now they have to do it with weed. So we're really right at the beginning of that process.
We're going to be in the history books if you think about it. The same way the people who lived in the rum runners and the gangsters that lived in the Prohibition era. You're going to hear about these fucking people like 2 Chainz.
Who stood up
talking about weed. You're going to hear about Snoop Dogg, the Podheads Webshow. that
history
fucking, book. Stood up. And the transition, the senseless arrests and deaths that have been result of the negative stigmas about people that smoke weed.
No.
We gotta, I mean, keep it real. There are people in jail right now or in prison whose lives have been destroyed because of a little bit of weed. Straight up bullshit.
Absolutely. Break, guys. We're going crazy over big time. So let's take a break. Thank you again for sticking with us.
The Podheads.
Yeah.
All right, you're back in the cipher with the Podheads. It's your boy Frank the Tank. I feel like I'm coming in low. I don't know what's wrong with me here. How do I sound, guys?
You sound pretty good to me. I hope we sound good to everybody.
All right. Anyway,
Sexy
so guys,
voice.
maybe I just got that sexy deep voice,
No.
ladies. No, not at all. All right, guys, check it out. Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, the motherland.
Mecca, right? The motherland of American weed smoke, ladies and gentlemen. We know it's been 5 years. It's been 5
since it was
years.
legalized.
And so they put out a report, okay? I think this is huge. They put out a report talking about all the things that came of the legalization of the drug.
Good.
Okay, of the plant. And I hate to call it a drug. So I just wanted to go over this with you guys. And I get my information from the denverchannel.com. But I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys. So I'm just going to go over the few little things. You guys tell me what you think, okay? But anyway, it was actually officially as of January 1st. They hit 5 years. Okay. So we're a little behind, but basically it's crazy. Recreational marijuana sales. Okay. They did from 2014 to 2017. I'll give you guys any guesses as to how much money you think that they raised in recreational marijuana sales in Denver, not in Colorado,
wow.
in Denver. Any
In
guesses?
3 year span, $500 million.
500 million, JB. What do you guys see money?
$500 million.
I'm gonna say 1.1 billion.
Wow. B.
Got anything for us, Case Trash?
I'd say about 3.5.
Okay, 1.038. So see money
It was-
closest to the pin here.
So the B, a billion.
Just over $1 billion
$1 billion.
in the city of Denver.
Put one up in there for y'all.
There are
That's
cities
fucking
in this
insane.
country that don't make that money, period.
Ever.
And these
That's
guys made that off of
One
recreational
city,
marijuana sales.
Denver.
Okay, so let's think about that. Total combined recreational and medical marijuana sales in Denver from 2014 to 2018, $2.3 billion.
So almost double recreational, medical. I mean, come on, the numbers are there.
Pretty
Crazy.
guys. Tax revenue, okay? This is Denver. Sales tax, state share back, licensing fees, Denver. So licensing fees, if you want to sell marijuana, you got to get your license out there. $173.1 million. So not as much as you might think. They're not destroying these guys. I mean, the total sales over $2 billion, and they only really brought in 173 on taxes. But that $173 million is being put back into the educational system.
Right.
But we said it before. I mean, take my money. I'll gladly give you my tax money if you put it to that.
It also funded 15 different school programs that consist of substance abuse prevention.
Okay, so look at that.
So not only taking this money and putting it back into education, but showing kids about being responsible with things.
Stay
like
off
this.
the real drugs, the opioids, the alcohol, the real dangerous stuff that's out there. I love it, bro. See, they do it the right way. I mean, you got to get past whatever it is that you got to get past and see the revenue, see the good that we can do, see the science, see the numbers, the data's there.
Here's another $5 million from marijuana revenue has been deferred for capital maintenance. This is just taking care of the city and the
city
capital.
buildings and shit.
$4 million of marijuana revenue for fixed aging parks and citywide recreation centers. An estimated $8 million a year supporting the doubling of Denver's affordable housing fund.
Yeah, and when I was just there in Denver, all I saw is construction, housing, just everything was really built. Like, you would look around and you see everything being built. And I'm like, you know what? That is a direct result of the marijuana sales. Because, you might get taxed here, but that money just stays in the community.
And check this out. I think you mentioned this guy on your Week in Weed in the past, but Mayor Hancock, he announced a citywide effort in late 2018 to expunge marijuana convictions for conduct that is now legal.
That's
I mean,
right.
put one in the air for that fucking guy.
Yes.
Because there are plenty of fucking people that, like we mentioned earlier, having their lives destroyed because they had a little bit of weed. Jesus Christ, we've had presidents who have smoked weed.
I don't want the cannabis community to be hypocrites. You know, we are here having a great time with cannabis when there are people suffering because they did the same things we were doing, and that's not fair. So absolutely put one up in the air, and to the other states and cities who are doing the same thing. Expulging those guys and getting those guys out of jail. So Denver, shout out to Colorado, Denver. We're gonna be there in April. You guys did it right. They're leading by example, and all the other states should do it.
We got our tickets. We'll be there.
Yeah, they're bought.
We're there. Hashtag #iHeartDenver. We will see you there. So look for us. Anybody out of Colorado, show some love because we're gonna be out there. We're gonna have a fucking ball.
Yeah.
We're gonna get high, guys.
It's just gonna happen.
But you know what? See Money. We gotta keep it moving. So See Money. Before you take that hit, we're holding our breath, waiting for you to tell us how we can live. to what, 100, 120? What do you got?
Well, we'll see. So what's interesting is obviously, since we do a podcast, I think it goes without saying that we listen to podcasts, right? And obviously one of my favorite ones is Joe Rogan's, as a lot of people. And more specifically, he had someone on there. His name is David Sinclair, and he's a scientist. And the episode number is 1234, which I thought was funny. But anyway, this one really stuck out to me. And it's really about the process of longevity, trying to make people live longer, in layman's terms, you know, if we're just going to bare bones it. Obviously, he uses a bunch of mumbo jumbo that I could never comprehend because he's a brilliant son of a bitch. But you know, what amazed me is the level that they bring this down to. You know, the molecular level of trying to understand and rewrite genes. I mean, if you try to really comprehend, it's almost like if you try to fathom the universe, your brain will hurt because it's unfathomable. This is kind of the same thing, and this blew me away. So I'm going to kind of take everyone to school really quick. This is just what I learned. I mean, you know, the episode's about 3 hours long. This is what I learned in about 20 minutes. So roughly about 20 years ago at MIT, Mr. Sinclair and himself and his colleagues, they discovered genes called sirtuins in yeast cells. They protect all organisms from deterioration and disease. There's 7 of these in humans and 5 in yeast cells, the actual number of these genes. When more genes are added to a yeast cell, or a mouse, for instance, the cell actually will live 5 to 20% longer. So that alone, I mean, really try to process that. They also said, I'm sorry that I was about to hit and I took smoke in the nose. It's fucking me up. They do, what also is interesting about these cells is these cells they think are, or the genes, I'm sorry, are also responsible for the effects of dieting and exercising. Now, what's interesting is they discovered that this effect can be mimicked with molecules, and the molecules are called NMN and resveratrol. And an easy way to think of it for people like us is the resveratrol is the gas pedal and the NMN is the gas. That's kind of an easy way to put it. What's interesting, though, is both of these drugs are available online. You can take these things, and he doesn't necessarily say, you know, prescribe them. He's not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. No one's saying, hey, you should go do this. This is just what he does. And if you decide to do the experiment on yourself, you know, all the power to you. But what's interesting again is these things aren't made known to the public, and I don't understand why. Why isn't that a known thing to the general public? Every human should be taking that, right? Wouldn't you think?
Money, brother. I mean, it's always about the money, right? Because we talking about how cancer is big money. If we found a cure for cancer, that all those billions of dollars would essentially be gone overnight. That cannot happen. The economy might collapse. I would say, if I'm trying to answer your question whether it's real or not, I would say it's that as well.
Well, I got something. When you told me about that, C Money, and I watched the video, and it just got me thinking a little bit. So I'm sitting around and I'm watching Netflix, as Netflix and chilling or whatever you might call it. And I'm curious. So I watched this episode, this show called Explain, and there's this episode. I was just kind of looking through my phone, and I wasn't really looking for anything in particular, but I saw this thing called Explain, and I said, let me see what it's all about. And I saw this episode that said, "Can we live forever?" Which I was like, oh my God. See, Money was just talking about this. Check this shit out. So it's like 18 minutes, but it's worth a watch because it's pretty short and pretty straight to the point. So basically, we talked about chemicals and medicine that you can use to cure yourself and help you live longer, right? Well, in this episode, scientists talk about how those kind of cures and those kind of helps are just like putting buckets under a leaky faucet. All you're doing is looking for ways to fix different things, putting Band-Aids. If we can find the source of what is really
causing the leak,
it go under there and fix the whole pipe, then essentially all the other issues go away. So what they were saying was gene manipulation. What scientists have figured out that I got from this was that somehow, for some reason, diabetics on the drug metformin were living longer than regular Americans. These people were less likely to develop cancers, heart diseases, and some other shit. And what they turned out was that we have insulin receptors in our body that affect the way chromosomes wear, okay? The way chromosomes and cells break down. And if we can basically strengthen those receptors, and which would kind of slow down the degradation, we tend to be able to fight off disease like cancers and
stay
heart
healthier,
disease,
live a little longer.
So they've actually increased the life expectancy. They've figured out that people on metformin actually live longer than average people who aren't.
We're living in the future.
Shit. It's amazing.
Star Wars shit, man.
This is the question at the end of this documentary that just made me think, and I wanted to ask you all, okay? We talked about not wanting to age, but moving your body into a robot, whatever. If you could live forever, I think we'd all say we could, maybe,
I would
right?
give it a go. Yep.
Well, I guess the question, the ethical or whatever, the fucking existential question here is, how much meaning does life have if we could live forever? I guess the thing that makes life important is that you only got one, right? You only got one, right?
It depends what you enjoy.
Well, I think about this. This is what I think about. I almost feel a desperation to push myself to succeed.
Because you know you don't have...
Because I know I'm on borrowed time.
Unlimited, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, yeah, I mean, that could be God, who knows? I mean, I could live to 100, I could die tomorrow. So my attitude is to try my best every day to make shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Usually it's always in the humankind or the human nature is to leave a legacy. You want to leave a stamp, I was here, I did this.
Because you know you're going to be gone.
Exactly.
So, how many times have you guys had, all day to do something or more money than you needed, and you said, fuck it, I'm not going to worry about taking care of that chore, I'm not going to do it. So, I feel like if I knew I was going to live forever, I'd just
You'd be lazy forever.
Yeah, I'd play video games. I'd be like fucking Jabba the Hutt.
What's the point?
Playing PlayStation and fucking eating.
I'm thinking that you would still have to work.
Would there be happiness? That's the crazy thing. Everybody's sad about death, but could you have happiness if you didn't know that you'd have that fear? What would you get you off? What would make you happy if you knew there was never any death or any? I mean, come on. Anyway, look, we gotta take a break. All right, guys, you're back in the cycle with the Podheads. The next thing we wanted to talk about real quick, and it's it's funny because we're actually kind of on the subject of times changing, right? We sound like a bunch of old fucking men, right? Things don't cost anything anymore. The weed man's dead. Well,
Tim Allen.
69, 21 Savage. Two fucking things I really don't understand either. My son, he likes 21 Savage. I guess a lot of people like 21 Savage. But he's gotten into trouble. Both these guys have gotten into trouble recently for different reasons, right? 21 Savage, apparently his visa expired. Yeah. And he's
African, dude.
African or from England? I thought he was from the UK.
Okay, I thought I must have misread it then.
I think he's English, but I must have misread it.
Quite a ways away.
Maybe they wrote it wrong.
one of these things is not like the other.
Maybe African descent is maybe what I read.
Sure, maybe.
But my point is, he's not American.
No, and he hails. He's supposed to be hailed out of Atlanta. Supposedly,
my point.
His whole career, he's come up talking about he's from the hood in Atlanta, when actually he's. This is reminiscent of Ali G to me. You know what I mean? You know, Sacha Baron Cohen used to have the Ali G show. I mean, you know, when did motherfuckers not have to be real anymore? I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away from the man, because apparently a lot of people are coming out to support him. Jay-Z said he's going to cover legal fees. I don't know what it is about the guy. Maybe they just want to help a guy who is a good dude.
Yeah, apparently he is. Apparently he is a good dude. I mean, whether he's lying about where he's repping, he has a good following that actually look up to him. He's not a drug dealer per se, or he's not a killer per se. I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but he actually is a good dude. That's hence why
JC.
JC.
The guy get kicked out.
And he's popular. He's good in the industry. He has hit songs.
Sure, yeah. 21 Savage is big right now, so nobody wants to see him get kicked out. You know what I mean? Get kicked out of the country. I mean, he's being detained right now.
Yeah, ICE is trying to deport him.
You know what I'm saying? I guess my thing is this. Look, if there's a way to keep the guy around, I mean, fine. But I don't think that 21 Savage or anybody else should get any kind of preferential treatment just because they're a celebrity. If fucking Pablo from Uruguay has to take his ass back over the fucking border because his visa expired, then so should fucking Mohammed Shabin, whatever the fuck his name is, 21 Savage. And Jay-Z, you know, I just
Why
think
aren't you helping Pablo?
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to help this man, help everybody. So that's just, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If your shit is up and you let the fucking, you drop the ball and you didn't reestablish your fucking citizenship or whatever the hell it is, brother, I mean, you got to deal with the same shit that everybody else does.
Hey, but it's true though. Yeah. You got to, I mean, it's only fair. I mean, if you're keeping a Super 100, it's only fair.
But you're right. Tekashi 69.
The other spectrum of that side.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not such a good guy from what I've read. I've never seen this guy other than I've only seen him about a year ago when he kind of debuted himself with that 6ix9ine stuff. And his persona is really what made him popular.
Shot culture.
Yeah, shot culture. I don't want to say picking fights, but picking.
Yeah, I mean, his whole fucking persona
is that.
He took the 50 Cent fucking business model and put steroids on the motherfucker, sprinkled it with crack. And so he just went after everybody, started trolling. I mean,
he is basically the biggest
professional troll.
And that made him popular. So what made him popular also is probably what got him in trouble right now. He's going to jail, or we'll find out.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody knows about what's going on, but he's been charged with being involved in putting hits on people, with moving drugs, with gang rape. Dude, they hit that motherfucker with what is it called? RICO case. Bro, RICO cases are designed to put away the mob and to put away the,
organizations.
Fucking, like, big time organizations. That's how they get you. You can't beat a RICO case. So they hit this motherfucker with it. He realized, oh shit, I'm fucked. I could spend the rest of my life in jail. And then he fucking folded like a goddamn lawn chair.
That's how you know he's not about that life.
He's hanging out with real gangsters.
And that's why he's in
about
trouble.
That life, but he's hanging out with real gangsters. And so he got caught up in everything, trying to fucking, clout chase and trying to, like, feeling like he was invincible. And then when the real pressure came, he fucking folded. And he ratted on everybody, bro. And you know he's getting some kind of deal. The only reason why the man's still in jail is because he's probably, the motherfuckers are going to kill him if he doesn't, if he gets out.
Oh, and if he does, that's what I'm saying.
He went from a nobody to a somebody by being this persona. Okay, and that's what I kind of want to talk about at these two, because it's about being real. I thought being real was popular. I thought being real was really what got you success. But you can now make a persona, make it shock effect, and that brings you the same success. But how good is it really, though? Look at the outcome, though. Look at the outcome.
How long does success last?
So it's this millennium, right? This instant gratification.
Yeah.
And as instantly you went up, is as instant as you're gonna go down. I mean, he was a social media. I mean, he was on social media.
Let's not take anything away from the guy. Whether we like the way he did it or not,
this
guy leveraged his fucking cell phone to putting him in a fucking hit singles on the fucking top charts. He went from being some fucking skinny kid in the Bronx or New York, wherever the fuck he's, Brooklyn, wherever the hell he's from, to doing a song with Nicki Minaj, with the hottest woman in the industry right now. So, I mean, you can't knock the hustle too much. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to talk
about
that
it,
shit,
be about it.
You got to back it up. And apparently, niggas, like, realness is fucking dying away because people don't care. It doesn't seem like people give a shit that the guy's full of shit, that he's a rat.
Because we have so much information. We just move on to the next fucking thing. He was TK69. We're going to forget about him in the next 5 years when he's rotting in jail. I mean, it really is. Right? Oh, you remember that guy that had a 69 on his face? Yeah, that was crazy. And you keep on moving. Because the next big thing, right?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. We are talking like old fucking farts, guys.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's coming next?
Where's my fucking tobacco?
I'm gonna sit on my front porch and yell at these
whippersnappers. Anyway, guys, that's the show, man.
Yeah, that was
Let's
a good
cut
one,
it
guys.
Yeah. We got JB here in the cipher.
In the cipher.
We got Hemp Hacks. We got Pioneers and Pot. Check out the Podheads Network. We got plenty of content coming out for you. A lot of new big things happening in the near future. So you want to subscribe, you want to like, you want to share. Holler at us, communicate with us, comment, follow us on social media. The Podheads Webshow, all over social media, guys. It's Podhead Frank, your commander-in-chief. I've had a great time. JB.
Yeah, Podheads JB on all social media platforms. Please follow the Podheads Webshow on YouTube. We are the network now, so we have all sorts of content. We're out in the streets. We got GCW, so make sure you following them too, because we're going to be there repping them as well. Thank you for sticking with us. Make sure you subscribe, follow us, comment, do that whole shit, man. We love doing this because we love doing this, y'all. And it's because you guys keep watching is that we can continue doing this. So thank you very much. See money.
It's always a pleasure, guys. It's always fun coming at you here from New Jersey. It's making C money. K-Strad, what you got?
All right. This is K-Strad. At K-StradB in Instagram. Follow, like, and subscribe. Definitely, tell your friends about us if you like the content. If you have content that you want to share with us, feel free to, throw it on there on the comments, and we do appreciate the love. We're also going to be having some merch up there for you guys, so if you want to do, donate or, show some love, that'll be awesome, and we'll most definitely be gratified.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the housekeeping. Appreciate the love. K-Strad. JB, C Money, all my guys. It's the Podheads Web Show, folks. We appreciate you sticking with us. We appreciate you following. Like I said, every Wednesday, 9 p.m.
Yeah.
YouTube. Look for us. Count on it. It's the Podheads Web Show.
Hashtag Weed Wednesdays.
We out. Hashtag Weed Wednesdays. Good shit. Yeah.